When people think about Vikings, they often imagine warriors with horned helmets, roaming the seas on dragon-headed ships or charging into battle. The reality of the Vikings, a word often translated as raiders, is very different. They were Norse people who actually spent most of their time as farmers and traders. In the 10th century, Norse expansion west included settlements in Greenland. Around the year 985, Icelandic documents tell us that a storm blew a Norse trader named Bjarni Herjulfsson off course on his way to join the new Greenlanders. His bad luck would make him the first recorded European to see the east coast of North America. Some years later, the famous explorer Leif Erikson retraced Bjarni's voyage. He named the lands he encountered Helluland, land of stone slabs, Markland, land of forests, and Vinland, land of wine. These areas are now commonly thought to be Baffin Island, Labrador, and the Gulf of St. Lawrence, stretching up to Newfoundland. Tales of these Norse journeys were passed along orally as sagas, Norse stories that record histories and legends of their lives and adventures. Named after the land that inspired them, the Vinland sagas were written down in the 13th century. They kept the tales of these journeys alive for hundreds of years. Today, these sagas complement the archaeological findings. The Norse who came to North America were mostly interested in resources and exploration. Their ships carried work crews, with some women for domestic labor. They built a base camp on Newfoundland's Great Northern Peninsula and named the settlement Stromfjord. It is believed to be the site known today as Meadows. Stromfjord had room for about 100 people and featured 3 large halls, a small house, a hut, and 3 pit buildings. The Norse worked at the base camp. They manufactured iron and traveled extensively by water. Archaeologists have found traces of butternuts, a type of walnut found in southeastern Canada. This indicates that the Norse went south to New Brunswick and the Gulf of St. Lawrence. It is likely that the Norse set up multiple camps. In the sagas, a camp called Hope was used in the summers. At Hope, the Norse came across resources like wild grapes, the source of their wine, and also the reason for the name Vinland. The area where the Norse landed had first been occupied about 6,000 years ago by several indigenous groups. These included the maritime archaic tradition, the Grosswater tradition, the Dorset, and the ancestral Beothuk.